fond of that.
Yeah, I think looking at this, we've seen a G2 that is extremely strong on it. Really good showing since the beginning of CJax. They beat Cloud9 convincingly at Reload on it, 7-3, but it's Cloud9, it's NA, so it's not really a...
They've been aggressive, they've been really, really good. It's the best I've seen G2 consistently.
Here we go, the thermite ban to start things off. I imagine a second hard breach to follow straight after, and they'll go for the third one, which will be the...
Lyra is in a key position at the minute. We see the Azami on catwalks so often. He has a little look. He was very lucky there. I tell you what, they've dealt with it really.
But of course didn't respect the control push coming in behind him. Puts him down one more number. Stomping gets his first kill of the game, and G2's first actually.
Yeah, a little bit too soon with the Nitro, and they're going to use one of those Rotero drones again to open access from top Aqua stairs for the Monte. Ghost managing to get a second in the round. Doki takes down Teb, 2 versus 3. It's up to Stomping, and Doki Stomping manages to find one. And that brings us back to level pegging. It's Doki. We know that they're a hell of a duo. Doki manages...
Shield.
Second, but Lolo takes him out.
Really.
This is going to be a bit of a battle, a bit of a ring around the roses here. Doki doesn't have his shield to use. It's going to be whoever can find these first shots. The pistol comes out, damage is done. Doki tries to swing around, can't find the head of the Monte. Can't stay alive for long enough. Area very, very soon. And MACKO feeling like it's go time. 45 seconds left to go. They drop in and start looking for that first kill to get things rolling. But it's going to be Doki. Who else to pick up Akwi and get things underway for G2?
Thought he finds one on the belly, but no, got baited in. The train back the other way. The nade finds Alamar. All things there, sort of stuck between a rock and, well, an explosive. Going to go down either way. Back into a 4v4, as we saw in the last round. Blaz gets one more back. Last 20 seconds here. MACKO have really got to pick things up, and I don't think, Tim, they're going to have enough time, because I mentioned about these players that have been out and about around the map. They're still out there. Lolo's all alone. Will find one more for himself. Gets this up to third in the game, but he's got to bring down 3, and I don't think with 5 seconds left him, he'll find any of them.
Got to keep them skills sharp.
T4 below, and
beautiful.
The freest kill you ever will find. Down goes Akwi. The Habana going to make a move, Tim. It's going to be a pillar push.
They're just stalling out a little bit here. They've burnt a lot of time, stood in and around, and they've allowed this position for Stomping now to play with the shotgun, play inside the Toxic Babe canisters. G2 just pounce and get kill after kill. It's going to be 3 versus 2. MACKO, Lolo on low health. Ghost does manage to find one and another. Can they hold on here, G2? It's Lyra with 4 seconds, but the plant is going down. He might find himself in a retake. He won't. He finds himself dead before that.
Down, for example, he's being flashed out. Not a lot he can do. It was a really aggressive swing from Dora that got him the kill in the end. And then from there, Ghost, as you say, really love to see that. Strong support from an Org as well, making it here at the top level too. Now we'll see, of course, they bring down G2, one of our most supported. I mean, Doki right now is giving the support to his teammate.
Defense here, Doki with those impact nades in hand. If he gets the call that there's a plant going down pillar, he could get there and look to aggress onto it from underneath. But Teb gets an important kill, takes down Lyra. There's nobody on the top floor now, so MACKO can get in there and start a little bit of verticality. They are limited to DMRs and a hard breach charge, but they can still do a bit of something. 3 versus 3 though, as Blaz manages to find Teb.
There's no flashes left either. They've got a single set of Grimbees. Not a lot for either side to play with. Starting to round out there. Stomping almost managed to find his man. C4 ripped and pulled on through. Blaz getting 1, but it's down to a 1v2. Doki's got to go big.
Again, it's G2 on that back foot, but we know we spoke about the Clutch Kings coming in. Doki nearly gets himself another in the stage. Dora is going to go for the plant, and as he comes off, Doki is there ready pre-firing. It's there and close out the round.
It's interesting how the lineup has changed quite drastically actually this time around as well. I say drastically, it's not like catastrophically different. But they're running that LS same as in the previous round. Not good to lose Doki. That's when your trap operator's gone. Been there for about a minute or so, so they'll at least know what he's been trying to do, where he's been roaming around. Blaz in a very aggressive spot. Oh, but Akwi sees him first. Blaz doesn't full commit. Pays the price, gets counter swung, and another kill goes the way of MACKO. 5v3.
Yep, G2 being punished at every turn inside this round, whether it's a cheap opening death or whether it's Blaz being shut down, trying to get aggressive. Just nothing's really working at the minute. Stomping, I like that swing. As the flashbang comes in, he knows he's likely to be peaked. He takes the challenge before its effects are felt. Doesn't get the kill, but Lyra does manage to find a double, looking for a third as well. Predicts the movement will come across the doorway, but we find ourselves now 2 versus 2. Low health across the board. There's only Stomping who has all his hit points in place.
They need to find kills, and I don't think they can afford to go into a 1 versus 2 as we step into a clutch, but shotgun posted up, waiting for the swing. It's stomping to get one, Lyra the other. Saying that, there's only really been one round where we haven't had a ball kill, and that was round 1, and even that came with a Lyra 1v2, so it's been bonkers. But here we go. We're trying to make a quick one. They want to see this half over and done with. They've tried their best to step forward, but they have just been gatted down as soon as they've stepped forward. They've lost 2 of their players. Diffuser is down. Not ideal for MACKO, who wanted this one done inside 30 seconds.
No, I think they've just learnt a lesson there about why you have to clear above. Stomping will be taken down now, but he got the important kill. He got the one they needed, and that was the blitz going into sight to try and make life difficult. Lolo is going to find Lyra, but 2 versus 3. They haven't found anything. There's no damage been done to G2. G2 are too smart for this. They're just going to keep themselves well out of sight as much as they can. They're going to give absolutely nothing away. Blaz manages to find Lolo above. It's all up to the glass of MACKO. He's inside of sight. Cut down by Doki. Nice and simple mop up there. But ultimately, G2 showing a bit of class, getting it done and getting themselves the advantage before moving on to the attack.
In a way, you kind of describe it as like they lost to themselves in a way, or one side didn't win, the other side lost. In this game, I still feel like G2 is won. Oh, juicy.
Ton of
utility. I remember seeing one of those go off.
No, Lyra, you can't do that.
It started so well. I still think back to a time when Flores' drone went off on... It was near the bookcase where you typically chuck a bulletproof camera on Chalet. And it went down where there was the Rotero on the right, there was a shield in the middle, and just off towards its left, there was an ADS. It killed the ADS, but not the shield, and I was like, what? At least that one there cleared absolutely everything out. Now, G2 are down 2 players. We've been here before.
MACKO, so he can really now play that aggravating role of just being a presence, just being feeding intel in, but Blaz has just changed the trajectory, manages to get 2, taking down Ghost and Akwi, might have an opportunity to pick Stomping up as well. 28 seconds left to go, so G2, they do need to get moving, but it just became at least more possible.
But they are against the clash, and that's where I get a little bit nervous for them at this point. Tim, and that shield is still standing, as we can see here on the pillar. This is actually a really smart place for it as well. They won't be able to easily get in, but no! Alamar step round. Is it another moment for G2 to win on the gunfights and get around back online? No, it's not. Unfortunately, one went down, and Stomping was stuck in a 1 versus 2. The occasional cool round does come out, but overwhelmingly not been the great. A cheeky little zap from Alamar. That, of course, Alamar would do that. Of course he would. Still, here comes that Raura now, aiming in towards the door. Just trying to almost like quick peek on towards the door here to make sure it gets locked up. And here we go. Lyra's found Ghost. Blaz into a second. G2 making it work. A combo of Raura's, smokes, you name it. They're getting away with it. The C4, I think, was trying to come out there, but no, he sticks it to the wall. I thought it might be an observer bug for a second, but no, he absolutely duffed it at the time he couldn't afford to. G2 definitely going out with that Raura in right now, as Teb has got it all to do, and he can't do it against 5. That's not available in this round, though. Instead, leaning in towards some of those trap operators that we spoke about before, as well as the C4s that we've seen become quite a staple. Akwi, this is what I mean, MACKO, Ghost even, might find himself flashed out, but no. But now, okay, a drone behind, they know exactly where he is, gets through the next Candela. It's enough for 1 blast to go through. The challenge is coming. Get at least 1 off the back of a C4 on towards Doki, but no kills for Ghost himself. Playing on the upstairs, G2 have got the vertical control they need.
For G2. If 2 of them are playing back in lounge, there has to be room to think about getting this diffuser down. G2 just need to find where it is. Where is the gap? Lyra manages to find Dora. 2 versus 4 now, with Teb down in basement, playing for that Nitro denial. If G2 realise that, they could go straight in here and think about putting it down.
They could, and they're going to try and do just that. Oh, Evil sees a little bit of everything. Readjust for the plant spot, don't blame them at all. Fearful of Teb C4 potentially coming in from below. It's in hand, and they found the man as well. 10 seconds left, and they might run out of time here, Tim. Gonna have to reallocate or relocate, sorry, try and get the plant down, but look at this. It's Lolo off to the side. Nothing they can do to stop him coming in here. Gonna have to hold down F, and they do just that. Alamau might get a chance to finish it, but can he come up and win the gunfight? No, he cannot. Lolo into a 3K.
Them if they are playing, you know, where is Teb? Where is the Falc? We need to go in and make sure we've got a location. Get in there as a pair.
Child here for them if they're not too careful as well. Of course, if being barricade off and out means he's going to make himself known. That's a little bit unfortunate. But, I mean, that's an interesting spread. Okay, that happened. The C4 over the back, and I was going to say Blaz. He's got to sprint for his life, but even that's not enough. Dora gets that one. Doki's back, and this trading nature
Forward, we can see now they get a little bit more aggressive. Stompin just seeing the back end of that man in behind Pillar, and he manages to find Akwi, who probably overextends there, gets punished, and G2 now have an advantage.
It's a nice pre-fire from Lolo, anticipated the push coming through from Laura perfectly. Didn't quite manage to find the head. Now Laura has turned his attention skyward with that skeleton key. I think that triggers for Lola to realise, okay, I can't stand here anymore. I've got to go and pressure him or pull back in towards site. G2 yet again have this numbers advantage, Tim. Surely they don't let this one go. It's another 4v2. Make it a 4v1. They should be able to step up. Yes, they do. Up to match point they go. Can stem the tide because G2, that momentum, the wind is in their sails. And it's certainly not slowing down anytime soon. A big boon is stomping
Both sides of the table.
Yeah, no.
I'm sure it's happened.
I'm going to go and find out in the data later if it's ever happened before. You've got me curious now. I'll find out later. For now, oh my God! Massive 2K C4 coming out. Could have been a third stomping, but he was a bit too close to the wall. That might spun things around. Actually, no, stomping. Taking matters into his own hands. Makes it a third for himself. He can finish off the down player. It's okay, my man. You can shoot him. He will die, I promise. He's so scared about support coming in. It's the right idea. Almost using him as bait at this point. Go on, you can shoot the foot, mate. That's the one. 3K for himself in the round. And just when it looked like Akwi might have saved it for the side of MACKO, Stompin says no.
King Stompin might just have pushed them over the line there. It was a little bit of a mistake from G2 stacking up on that electrical window, and Akwi really did punish them, but 2 versus 3 now. MACKO find themselves backs to the wall and holding on. They know that he's there. Stompin with another. It's a quad kill. Surely not. Surely he can't get the ace, can he?
He's just farming at this point, Tim. No, he cannot. Alamo is IGL going to deny the ace away to close out the game.
In an absolute flow state.
Yeah, but I feel like that was the case in the pre-game gems that we saw as well, right? We saw a little bit of a jam session. There was laughter. It really seems like the vibes are very determining for them.
The vibes are good. The flow state. They're playing good Siege. They're playing as a team. But when they're losing rounds, and I can't remember who it was. I actually think it was Teb in the interview yesterday said that.
IGL working things out, and obviously we get to speak to the big brain behind this team as well, as we do speak to Elamau joining us on the broadcast with the beautiful sunglasses. Congratulations on the 3 points today, and thank you, I guess, as well for restoring things so we don't go 5 out of 5 upsets. How are you feeling?
Yo guys, I'm feeling good. Pretty chill. It was a tough match against MACKO, and yeah, feeling good.
Carl, what's going on? Are you doing a Teb impression with these sunglasses? What's occurring?
Nah, man, I wish I could be as cool as that, bro. That guy is so cool. Actually, I wish I could be him sometimes, but unfortunately, I'm not.
Alema, I need to ask you the question. Every team in the Big Four today lost to an upset. Why didn't you guys lose it? Why are you? What sets you apart from the competition in the top 4 in Europe right now?
Well, I think we're gonna see tomorrow against Falcons, right? I think if we beat Falcons tomorrow, it's gonna be a done deal, top 1. To be honest, we have playoffs yet, but like I feel like we beat Secret to beat VP, and I think beating Falcons, they are like the top 3 teams. So I think just need to beat Falcons to just keep it like show at least everyone else like how good we can be.
What do you think you guys have compared to these teams that they don't have?
I think like our roster right now like is so good individually. And like I always say that, to be honest, like about our lineups in the past, but like now I genuinely believe that. And like I don't know, like I feel like anyone can frag out, but more important, I think everyone kind of like understand how we want to play the game so good, and everybody helps. Like I'm the IGL, but like people just call like all the time, like Blas always like set up, executes like very good. Like Laura gives ideas all the time, like Doki, like Blas, Zach. So Zach's a little bit shy, to be honest, right now at the beginning, but like even now, like on this last round, he was like, okay guys, who's gonna join me in to kill this guy? And then like I joined him, he just got the OPK and then got a 4K. So you see like match point, he got like the responsibility for himself and just said, look, I'm just gonna just start destroy these guys, and he went for the 4K.
I can't believe you stole his ace in the end. Do you not want him to get the aura for the full ace?
I tried to hide. I actually tried to. I was staying behind the shield just waiting for that.
We saw you picking with it. We saw you picking. Stop.
The guy picked me. Like couldn't do anything.
You've got to win the game, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I get it. It's important. Obviously, I'm glad you're mentioning Falcons as well as one of the the big tests that is ahead of you for tomorrow. Obviously, with that team being first in last stage and the stage before that, what are you going to do to really kick them off that throne and make sure G2 claims the throne for this stage?
Well, let's see, right? Like BO1s, anything can happen, but I think right now we're really preparing good for the BO1s. I think in the past we were always like kind of shit in BO1s. Like we never really liked BO1s, but I think now we have like good prep. So I feel like today could have been like 7-0. Like we trolled. We actually trolled today hard. Like, it's because you guys didn't see Doki POV on the clutch in the first round. Like, the observer put on the Monty. Like, you guys should have seen Doki on the first round.
That one.
It's because he was ADSing and then he just decides, oh, I'm just gonna un-ADS and just died, of course.
I feel like we need to get the match replay and clip that for tomorrow's game now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I think like for the storage as well, like it was 4v2, like we knew the Valkyrie's basement, we could have just like went for the CC plan instead of like storage. So I would show like in a lot of ways possible, but yeah, I think tomorrow is gonna be a better day.
So 7-0 tomorrow then, or nah?
Let's see. Can't promise much.
No, I get that. I totally understand. Obviously, it is a big game tomorrow still for you. A very solid chance to do indeed claim that top one. So, Elmar, thanks so much for your time and best of luck for tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you guys. Good night.
Thank you.